Oh wait, how fast can you snap?
Well, I
Just
can snap pretty good. I can snap with both fingers or both hands.
Can you do two on one hand?
No? What? Two in one hand?
Yeah, listen. Oh, hold on, my hands are sweaty. Hold up.
All right, so to start it out, drop timings for this week. One of the most important drop timings for trials, right?
Yeah, that global cooldown Curse Lightning is way more important than any behemoth positioning on any trial.
Yep, exactly. I used your timing, which was wait for the lag spike, count to 20, and then jump. And that provides good positioning on Embermane himself, as well as a good timing for the Curse Lightning so that it doesn't happen right away.
Yeah, that one's good if you want a fast time, or if you just want like a sub 2. You really don't have to deal with one, maybe two lightnings. And they come at a convenient time for the most part, so delay the lightning until 40 seconds with the waiting time you just mentioned.
Builds this week, we both had very different builds this week. You had the sweaty flawless build, and I had the training wheels build with the Iceborne. Your build was 6 conduit, 6 overpower, 6 predator, 6 rage, 3 conditioning, 3 discipline, 3 sturdy, and 3 wild frenzy. I really think that's probably going to be the best sweaty build you can find. Honestly, it's got a lot of damage packed into it.
Yeah, Zerker 3 is usually the better option for strikers, but everybody's such a zoomy boy, you gotta get your damage while you can.
Yeah, that attack speed from the 3 wild frenzy I think is super important.
For sure.
The build I was running with was 6 conduit, 6 iceborne, 6 overpower, 6 rage, 6 wild frenzy, 3 conditioning, and 3 discipline. I would have liked to ran 3 berserker and 3 wild frenzy instead, but the 3 berserker actually brought your health down just a little bit too much that you couldn't survive some of the hits.
Defense perks are not that big of a DPS decrease, honestly.
Yeah, defensive cells this week are not that bad to take, especially since you're pretty much going to have to take Boris strikers anyways, which has a defensive cell on it.
Obviously, Dauntless trials, you want to be element matching every single time, with Chainblades the only sometimes exception, and Ice Strikers just suck.
Lanterns for this week, I think Pangar Lantern this week is the way to go, just to get those juicy frost procs, and also the fact that he's just going to be sitting inside of it for a large portion of the fight.
Embermane's a really zoomy boy, so if you just get the partial uptime on the Pangar Lantern, rather than your Embermane bombs missing entirely, if you're not getting those bombs to go off when he's next to them, then they're useless. So if you just get a little bit of Pangar uptime, eventually you'll get that frost proc and he'll sit in it.
Yep, agreed. And potions again this week, the 3 boys back in town, Aether Tonic, Blitz, Frenzy. Once again, Aether Tonic I think is just so useful, especially if you're using Pangar and if you're not looking for very specific stagger timings.
Yeah, those are staples just in all the builds now.
Don't ever change, boys.
The 3 musketeers, the boys right there.
And then mods for the week, once again, the usual suspects: Titan's Crash, Cyclonic, and I think it's true for every single weapon. I don't think any weapon's going to be using anything out of the ordinary for its mods.
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
Viable weapons this week.
Not Chainblades.
You don't think Chainblade's gonna get a sub 3 this week?
A sub 3 maybe, but it's gonna be such a struggle because Ice Chainblades are so bad. He's down for such short periods of time that you don't really get much done.
Okay. I don't think Axe is viable for sub 3. Unbugged Sword I think would be viable for sub 3.
Yeah, probably, because you can deflect the Cursed Lightnings. You can get a nice Whistling Blade build going. You can probably get sub 3.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pike sub 3?
Concussive Payload is really nice, but it's still going to be awful.
Yeah. I mean, his head is pretty tanky, and so I think you could run possibly a good Savagery build versus it. I'd be interested to see it. I don't think Rapiers would be viable for a sub 3. They just struggle with the boops, and that's kind of a large portion of what this trial is about.
Yeah, Twin Suns, you got lots of dodges flying around, but I'm not sure how much damage you're going to be actually hitting on him.
Mistakes in your run or improvements you're looking to make.
Obviously, not getting hit by orbs would be ideal.
I think a good improvement that you can make on your run would be 2 breaks, but I mean, that's a small improvement that would cause a 5-second difference for your time.
Yeah, for sure. Second break would be nice. You got to focus that horn first because paw damage comes so easily and the paw is so weak that I could have been prioritizing the head, but I didn't want to risk getting shot in the back any more than I already did.
Yeah, those orbs can ruin your run very quickly. My run, I could definitely run with a sweaty build and get much more damage. Was just getting so frustrated losing so much that I went to the safe training wheels build. I also got a hit a whole bunch. So
yeah,
but I did get 2 breaks, which I'm proud of. So, you know, we take our wins with our losses.
That was a good one.
Okay, strategy inside the arena.
You have to get your damage when you can, or you're gonna get behind on mantras, and the whole run is gonna slow down because there's no chance to catch up when he's zooming around.
Yes, getting your mantras and not missing those attacks is very crucial. When you're getting trade booped, is like the little attack that he does at the end of his dash.
Yeah, the little snout uppercut.
Yeah, it's not the actual dash that's hitting you or when you trade boop. It's the little attack at the end of his boop. So you want to be able to boop him before he's able to get into that animation.
Yeah, so he locks in that animation distance right about the time he U-turns after running away from you for the boop. So if you walk forward and meet him in front of that position, you can smack him before he gets to that part of his animation without taking damage.
I honestly don't think there's that much specific timings for this one.
It's a really brawly fight. You just gotta play as well as you can.
Yeah.
And adapt to the lightning and the zappy bananas and him zooming around and trading boots.
Yeah, you have to be very adaptive for this fight. So like it's a lot of just making sure that you hit the boops, dodge the everything, and make sure your damage is kept up the entire time.
Exactly, yeah. How are you going to predict what this Embermane is going to do next when he's moving so fast that his brain doesn't even know what he's going to do next?
The AI can't even predict his own movements. How are you going to?
He doesn't know what he's going to do next. He moves and then thinks.
Favorite category, the top 100 times.
Oh. Ooh.
What do you think? What do you think they're going to be this week with the boards disabled?
Non-existent.
I think disabled is going to take the number one spot with a 000 time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Axe OP. If boards were here.
I'm actually more interested in what do you think the top time would be if we actually had the boards?
Solo would be a little bit under sub 1. Like I tried a sub 50 strat with Echo. It's not working out too well. But yeah, we've actually been checking out some group strats. I think it can definitely be sub 30.
I think so too. I think 25 seconds seems about right for this trials for groups top time.
Yeah, I like that. Get your 2 breaks in. That sounds about right.